Comments by former President Trump raising the specter of violence if he is not returned to the White House, according to critics. He spoke over the weekend at a rally in Ohio for Bernie Moreno. That's Trump's handpicked GOP candidate in the race for one of the state's Senate seats.
He used the stage to issue a warning to China about its car manufacturing policies and offered his prediction of what will happen if his bid for another term isn't successful.
Let me tell you something to China. If you're listening, President Xi, and you and I are friends, but he understands the way I deal, those big monster car manufacturing plants that you're building in Mexico right now, and you think you're going to get that, you're going to not hire Americans, and you're going to sell the cars to us. Now, we're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Now, a Trump campaign spokesman addressed those comments, saying Trump was talking about the impact of a second Biden term on America's auto industry. Trump also took an aggressive tone once again on the issue of immigration. While criticizing President Biden's handling of border issues, he described some migrants as less than human, saying, quote, "In some cases, they're not people."
Many have latched on to the bloodbath line. A Trump spokesman says he was referring to the impact on the auto industry. White House correspondent Serena Marshall joins us now for more reaction on these comments. Good morning, Serena.
Yeah, good morning, you guys. Those bloodbath comments bringing swift response both from the president's supporters and detractors. One of the Republicans who represents the district where Mr. Trump was speaking saying this isn't about political violence, but economic turmoil.
I want to congratulate you, Martha, that you correctly identified that the president's statements concerning bloodbath were about what would happen in the auto industry.
And now you have this ridiculous attack on Donald Trump coming out. Look, we were all there. We all heard exactly what he said.
And those comments did come earlier in remarks that we just heard, where he was discussing the auto industry and possible tariffs he would put down on foreign-made vehicles. However, it was also part of a larger speech where the former president outlined what he saw as a dark view of America, and also one that started with the announcer having the audience stand for the, quote, horribly and unfairly treated Jan 6 hostages, which has the Biden-Harris campaign saying these remarks are not about the auto industry, but about Mr. Trump wanting another January 6th. Biden-Harris spokesperson James Singer saying in a statement, "This is who Donald Trump is, a loser who gets beat by over 7 million votes, and then instead of appealing to a wider mainstream audience, doubles down on his threats of political violence." The president, meanwhile, attending a D.C. white tie gala, the journalistic organization, the Gridiron, roasting his rival and a little bit himself about trying to turn the tables on the question of age, who the president has faced questions over, trying to show that, given polls show 81-year-old Biden is too old compared to 77-year-old Trump. In those remarks before journalists, President Biden saying the big news this week is two candidates clinched their party's nomination for president. One candidate is too old and mentally unfit to be president. The other's me, Biden quipped. The president bolstered by a strong fundraising haul in February, bringing in $53 million, meaning they're entering the March fundraising season with nearly $155 million on hand across the campaign and other fundraising situations. That's compared to the RNC, which their last released numbers had roughly $40 million at the end of January. So the Biden campaign saying this is evident that there's a strong grassroots movement to support President Biden, that they are going to head into November with a key victory, and saying when they compare that to the Republican Party, they're out ahead. You guys.
Our White House correspondent Serena Marshall reporting. Thanks, Serena.